I'm Mobile. This is Sleazy, and you're Koffee, ne?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. You sweet.
No, I got no complaints, bro. But let's jump into it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
a nigga had to.
You on the screen. You wanna ask this question, so we're open. We're listening.
Yeah, bro. So a lot of people would like to know, me included, bro, as to like how and when did you come up with that name Mana, bro? Because you saw my assumption that you knew about Coffee Comics, you knew about my Mana thing. The
Yeah.
confirmation for that was when you just liked that other guy who asked you about it.
Okay, bro.
So if that's not the
Listen.
case, let's hear it.
Okay, listen, bro. The person who came up with the term "mano" came up with the idea was Sleazy. So he'll answer that question when you're asking who came up with the word "mana" and stuff like that. I'll answer the question when you're asking we knew of you, bro. I'll be honest, bro. We didn't know you existed until yesterday when we saw someone DMing Sleazy saying, "Yo, did you hear someone's talking about you guys saying you guys are stealing these what?" And then we opened your YouTube video, and then you were, speaking the way you were speaking, calling us monkeys, doing all those things. We don't know why you were
Yeah,
doing that.
that's what I do,
No,
dog.
hold on.
That's just part of my branding. But
Let me
anyway,
finish, bro. Let me speak and finish. We let you finish. Like, let's also like speak and finish. So as I was saying, yeah, and when we saw that person comment, we didn't even notice that there was something called the Mana movement. We just saw, oh, thingy, someone commented, and then we like. It's one of the first few comments we have on our page. So we're obviously gonna interact to show that now we're interacting with people in the comments. We're not arrogant or whatever the case where we just mice comments. We didn't even think about Mana movement where there's someone called Kofi Comics. If we knew of you, we would have said, oh, okay, maybe let's cook a different name to avoid the whatever's or whatever the thing. And even so, bro, you're so adamant on the name and all those things, bro. It's a word. So what you're trying to tell me is DC Comics and Marvel Comics are supposed to clash because of a word.
nah,
I
dog.
don't
It's
know.
the
But it's
context. It's the context that created the clash. Because, sure, you guys don't have two A's, but the term mana in the context of creating manga, it creates a clash. So I thought, hey, you can't blame me for assuming, especially when I saw that confirmation that confirmed my assumption. Now you're saying that you had no idea. Okay, oh, you had no idea. It's fine, you know. Um, but me crashing and cussing out and all that, I get it. Y'all didn't know, but if you were to try, you've never seen any of my videos, so you don't know what I'm about and stuff like that. So I do rub new people the wrong way. A lot of people hate my channel because of that. But as I said in that video, like I spent a lot of time trying to create this movement and create a new standard. And I'm very, very anti Mzanzi, even though I'm from Mzanzi, and not just Mzanzi, bro. This whole Pan African movement, I don't like that because it feels forced. So I was like, nah, this ain't cool. Who's out here taking my mana thing and tying it into some African, Pan African looking stuff? That ain't cool. So of course I flipped out, you know.
yeah.
So okay, y'all had no idea. I'll take your word for it. You know, y'all sound like you are decent, genuine folk, and that's fine. So let me ask y'all then about when you actually started your Mzanzi Mana movement. When did it actually start? Because I checked out Sleazy's Instagram, and he started posting like last month or so.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when did your movement start then? Because mine started like 2 years ago.
Yeah, okay, cool, bro. We started planning this last year, quite early, like when? May, ne?
Yeah, May.
Around May, yeah, when we started getting like closer and closer, and we were like, okay, we wanna push something unique and something that's gonna welcome everyone globally. Us calling it Mzanzi Mana doesn't mean it's gonna just be Africanized or something. That's very, I don't know, it's not broad. That's not our plan. We're obviously not gonna tell you what our plan is. But that's not the whole thing. We want to call them Zanzimana because it comes from South Africa. It's the same way Shonen Jump has their own name and word because it's from Japan, and you're saying you're not liking the whole Africa thing because it's forced. I just feel like you're not proud of your roots. Because why you wanna, say ManaA in America and all those things, but that's you, right? But then you don't appreciate the fact that you gotta throw our shit in the dirt and say it's ass, it's garbage because it's Africanized and all those things. I think that's very uncalled for because in no way did we disrespect you, my guy. We're very chill with you. Even now, we're addressing you respectfully. Other people would have been on some, yo, fuck off, why are you talking about us like that and all those things? Because, you're saying you made assumptions and all those things. You could have asked, you know what I mean? DM us, yo, what is going on? What is this all about? Then we tell you. You feel me? Yeah, we get that you have your whole niche with your page and stuff like that. But honestly, you think you gotta, in the business and professional, because I'm assuming you wanna grow bigger and better and all those things. You gotta make connections with the right people in the right types of ways, because you never know when we might need you or you may need us in the future. You feel me? And you're out here burning bridges before the castle is even started being built.
Yeah, I hear you, dog. I hear you. And
because we're all developing. Like you said you were on a power level of 9,000. Maybe you view yourself as bigger and better than us and all those things, but you're not where you want to be, and I know that for a fact. That's why you're still pushing. That's why you're still doing the things you're doing, because you have a legacy, like you said, that you want to build, and you're not where you want to be. In order for us, I think that's what the problem is with us as artists and people who are trying to make it out the trenches. We like to throw each other down in the process, and I think that's a bit uncalled for. What we should do is talk and integrate with one another and give each other ideas. Let's do this, let's do that. I do believe if maybe you approached us in a different way, we could have been unified, whatever the case. Like you get the point I'm coming with here.
yeah, I get you. And I've admitted that I do have a negative bias towards everything. Mzanzi, African related. People can call me Uncle Tom. Yeah, when son, you don't like yourself. You even said that I'm not connected to my roots, bro. I've
Bro,
had
that's you. That's calm. I don't blame you, man. I also feel like, I won't lie. Some African stuff are low key cringe. Like even in the comment sections, you find people talking about some, we're proud. Mzanzi's proud of you and all those things. Like it's very cringe. Like we get where you're coming from. I mean, that's why we like westernized things, because that's actually cool in the eyes of most people. So even in our eyes, it's cool. Even in your eyes, it's cool. So, but then as much as that's the case, I do believe Africa does deserve to get a chance. If we keep saying, oh, it's boring anyways, let's not give it a chance, when is it going to be a thing of, yeah, South Africa's dope? Why don't we try and make it cool? You feel me? Like, why don't we say, nah, we can westernize South Africa and make it dope in its own way? If that's what, you crave.
nah, y'all. It's fine. Y'all can do that, but Ane, from my perspective, from everything
I get you. I get you.
yeah. So I get it. It's like I've just burnt this bridge and whatnot. This was based on the assumption and my assumption being confirmed by that. And it was all just a mistake, I suppose. It was like you were just engaging, not to seem arrogant, but you should have asked the guy, like, what do you mean part of the ManaA movement? You mean there's something else aside from, it was like an afterthought moment. I suppose you just clicked like because somebody was saying something positive. So yeah, that happens. It's fine. Okay, it's cool, man. And you see, even though we started off on a bad foot, I ain't the type of dude who be like, yeah, y'all can go eat one forever now. Because that's what I said in the video, that look, we can squash this because we real niggas respect real niggas, even if we started a wrong foot. I like the fact that y'all are hustling and you got some product that you're working on. Because my whole channel has been about, where are all these mother suckers who out here saying, I'm working on my ish, but nothing is ever delivered, bruh, right? A lot of people came against me, despite my main message is, finish your work. Because in 2 years, I finished 3 books, while all the other people were just sitting down, drinking Amstel, going to the damn pub and liquor store and all that. And I'm like, if y'all going to want to hate me so bad, hate me when you finish your work. Because if I'm talking that smack while finishing my work, what excuse do the rest of you have? So, okay, now you say you guys started last year to push this thing. Why do you feel it necessary to uh, put Mzanzi at the forefront? And let me say this. I was, 100% Youth, ne? You've seen it before.
Pardon?
Do you know 100% Youth, the TV show?
No.
Okay, maybe y'all are like really young. I don't know. But that used to play on SFPC1. I know a lot of people don't watch SFPC1 anymore unless you got DS, unless you don't have DSTV. But on 100% Youth, I was featured on SFPC1 showcasing my manga at the time. And there was a guy there at the exhibition that I had. And he came and he said, "You don't have enough black characters in your manga. I think you should incorporate more black culture in your stuff. And then more of us will support you." When I did, that never happened, bro. They didn't support me at all, right? So I have experience with catering to Mzanzi tastes and Mzanzi failing me, right? So I ask you guys, why do you feel the need to cater to the Mzanzi demographic? Have you not tested the waters yet to see that these people really don't care about what we're offering?
Now, this is where we come in and say, we know, like, why do you think we're posting on TikTok and we're not, like, that's why we're posting on TikTok, and even when we post, even like we know South Africa doesn't really care about you until you're at the top.
Thing is here, Muzi, you think that we are creating a movement of Africa and all that.
South Africa.
No. You read the website, right? Mm-hmm. I think you did. Well, even though you were throwing the shades you were throwing, there's a part that says Africa and beyond. You understand what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. We cannot focus on African growth only. We have artists we are with right now who are from Asia. You get what I'm trying to say? To show that we do not focus on only South Africa or anything. South Africa does not give a fuck about comics. It does not give a fuck about what they did. The super strikers, they did sharp. But that's not our focus. Our target audience is not South Africa or what you call this. Yeah, it's not South Africa. I'll say that. I'll just leave it there. You get what I'm trying to say? So us saying Mzanzi is us saying that, no, this is where we are. It's not saying,
this is what we're about.
We are proud of being South. We're not there. We are on the, we are in this country, and this is what we're showcasing. You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. It's not limited to South Africans. It's not limited to Africans. Anybody can join Mzanzi ManaA. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, you came in and complained about the point, where do you get the word ManaA, da. At first, when I was studying this thing, last year, before I even told Bell about it, it was Mzanzi manga. You get, as time progressed, I was like, what if I remove the G? How would it be? You get what I'm trying to say? Mm. And then I started calling it Mzanzi ManaA. Even though we didn't post about it as of that time, we did plan about it, but we did not push the movement at that time. We were still cooking Black Steel, and my boy here was cooking his own manga at that time. You understand? It is now that we're like, nah, Tanga, Mzanzi ManaA, Tanga, it sounds fresh. Because now I was like, Tanga, yo, where do you get that name? I'm like, Tanga, honestly, I just cooked it up, honestly, and it sounded actually good.
And we fucked with it.
We fucked with it, and we went along with it. You get it? Even though time went on, we felt like it was low-key cringe, but then we're like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just use it anyway. You get it?
So, yeah.
And then time went on. Before you, I think his name was Lak. He's like, you guys part of the ManaA movement. I looked at him like, hey, okay. I move on. You get? I didn't research or anything. And then until I went to Twitter to go post my stuff, and then that's where we found who's this Young Wavy.
Yeah, Young Wavy. Yeah,
Young Wavy. And we saw he's like, the cover is like ManaA. And I'm like, hey, yo, dog, look at this. ManaA, what is this? You get? We started searching about this guy, ManaA, But then your name did not pop up.
We just saw Young Wavy, and then we even hit up Young Wavy.
We even hit up Young
On
Wavy.
some, yo, dog, let's collaborate or something.
You
Let's
get what I'm
see what
saying?
we can work out.
Because we saw that, okay, he's actually using a name almost
Similar to ours, so why not?
Why
it's
not?
it's like low key Vodafone, Vodacom.
Young Tola.
Why not? Cook something like
Yeah.
So,
thinking.
so manje, after seeing your video, Tanga, I saw your video first, Nam. Who came to me like, Tanga, this guy Koffee Comics is throwing shit on your shit, da da da. And actually, I looked at it, I was like, why is bro swearing? Like, is there a reason? Was there a reason for you to come off like that, honestly? Because, as you say now, we might be kids. Umdala, dog. Young son, we hot man. Laukon, I'm sure, we hot man. And the way you came in did not give us the sense of what, nah, bro is wise or bro is old. It gave us the sense of what he's probably a teenager, in. Is that the way you want us to see you? Yes or no?
No, of course not. But the thing is, dog, hey, I admit my flaws, I ain't perfect. But at the same time, I felt it necessary to release the video like that because I honestly felt that y'all were out here hijacking my ish, dog, And fine, now we squashed it that's not what you were doing. But y'all don't have a clue how many people I call hunchbacks came against me and made a multitude of videos with false accusations and stuff like that. The multitude of dudes who wanted this MANA movement buried, bruh. With Young Wavy, I work with Young Wavy, So I don't know if he responded to you guys as of yet.
Obviously, he did not. And
Okay.
we kept it pushing. We kept it pushing, and we're like, you know what? It's fine. We'll keep pushing and see where we get at this. We haven't published our magazine yet. It's coming out soon. So at this time and this point of the conversation thing, we're not here to like we say, we're not here as Ingelen or we fighting or anything. Nah.
Yeah.
It just didn't sit right with me the way you came in. You get, even if we'd say we'd collaborate or anything, I would be on some I don't know, because it's how you came off. Now
It's the bias, bro. Look, I talk about biases, right? And as I said in the beginning, I have a negative bias towards this African stuff. So immediately when something just presents itself in a negative bias that I hold, I'm going to react the way I do. And sometimes it shows why people should try to be as objective as possible and exercise patience. I didn't want to exercise patience at that time. So I admit that.
Yeah, this is where I come in and ask you, say you become famous now, and then reports come in about you. What will they say you are from? They want to say you're from South Africa, but then you're biased about African production. The fact that you created ManaA is literally originated where? In South Africa, because you're the one who originated it. Even though you can say Western, you're not American.
Still South African.
You're still South African at the end of the day. When I see you and like ManaA is mine, then I'm like, oh, okay. This South African guy is pushing a ManaA movement or whatever they call it. You get what I'm trying to say? So whether you hate or whatever, you can never escape your origin. The reports, when you become famous, are gonna claim you to be South African. You get what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, that's fine. And I know
We understand that. We understand where you come from. Tanga, it was hard trying to push this thing. That's how people are. Tanga, people are against
something
Africa.
upcoming and something that's upcoming.
Yeah,
bro. It's
people
never
are
easy.
People are against Africa. You get what I'm trying to say? That's how it is, and that's how it'll always be. So us pushing this thing, you pushing ManaA, us saying we're Mzanzi ManaA, it actually helps you in a sense.
Because now people know about ManaA and they're gonna start seeing your stuff.
Exactly.
Same way, if you cook something, they're gonna come to us and be like, "Yo, what you guys doing?" We're like, "Nah, that's Koffee, bro." Then we
Yeah,
recommend
dog.
it to
I
you.
understand that, but I would have liked. I understand you didn't know about Koffee Comics, but as I said in the video, that look, if y'all come up and then it's like, oh, Coffee got ManaA too. Is this part of ManaA? You see, the whole branding was off for me, and that collaborative part, I was like, if these guys are serious about collaboration, why didn't they reach out? Fine, you didn't know, right? You didn't know. So here we are now talking about this, putting everything on the table that, look, there was a misunderstanding here, and so on. So I get it, right? I get it. If I become famous, they won't be like, this South African hates his roots or something like that. I know the headlines that might come up and so on, and I don't really care anymore, bro. I don't really care. This space, this indie space that y'all just jumped on, it's very, very unprofessional. People do not conduct themselves as well as you think they should. I tried to be that professional guy, bro. It didn't work, man. I'm not saying y'all should do what I did or do what I do. You can navigate however you want, but
Now, okay.
it just
Continue,
ain't that
continue.
professional, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. Okay, say we did know about you, and say we reached out to you, and then you ignored us.
I was
Are we
never
obligated
going to ignore you.
Wait. Are we obligated to stop it either way?
No, no, I would never ignore you, bro. Legit. Even the people who hate me, I have had an invitation that, look, if you have something against me, send me a message, bro. Let's talk about it, right? I would have never ignored you. Everybody who's texted me can attest that, nah, this dude has always been open for discussion. These other people just want to say things in the public and run off. They don't actually want to talk to the guy. They want to uphold the negative bias they have against him, and they don't want to hear his side. The negative bias I had against you guys, well, here we are now, and it's being washed away. You see what I mean? It's like, if there's a disagreement, let's talk about it like adults. But sometimes on the internet, in order to have your point heard, you're gonna have to do some Julius Malema crazy action, right? You know what Malema does, bro. He wants to make a point, shoot the board. You know what I mean. So,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Nah, bro, you sound educated, dog. I won't lie, like you sound well spoken and stuff, bro. You know,
It's just the way he acts.
It's just a shame that you came off the way you did.
I get it, bro. It's cool. It's cool, man.
But then
Uh-huh.
we will tell you right now, I won't lie, dog. We're not changing the name of Mzanzi Mana, dog. I hope you understand that, because on that YouTube video, we're like, oh, change it. We're not changing it, but we already come on this far, bro. We already sent out contracts. People signed stuff
Under the name.
It's already gone. It's already there. It can't be undone. We're about to be registered. We're about to be.
Because even if you search it, it's gonna appear.
It's gonna appear on Google, Mzanzi Man. It's gonna it's there. We're not changing. We're not gonna rebrand, bro. It's gonna be too costly, first of all, and it's just gonna affect us in the long run. These niggas, do they know what they're doing? They're changing. So we can't change the name because you were so adamant on we're not changing the name. I want you to understand that as much as we're good and all those things, because we don't want unnecessary enemies, bro. You sound like a chill guy and stuff, but we don't want to tell you we're not changing the name, bro. I hope you do understand that.
Now I understand if y'all have already begun the process with all the documentations and whatnot. I get it, I get it. I'll let it be, dog. I'll let it be because y'all weren't trying to steal. Y'all weren't trying to be low key.
We're not those type of guys, bro. Because that's why we literally ran away from manga, comics. We wanted to be original and as authentic as possible. We didn't know that it just so happened that another guy came up with
who is South African.
You
Worse,
feel me?
bro.
So but then obvious on our side, bro, it's all good, dog. Personally, we don't like keeping unnecessary beefs. I mean, him and I, Nico and I, we fight normally and stuff like that. But it happens, people have their disputes, but we're calm about it afterwards because life goes on. You can't dwell on one thing and all those things. So it's the same with you, bro. You may have come off on the wrong foot and stuff like that, but my word of advice to you is try to not be as biased and try not to be as negative and aggressive and stuff like that, because it kind of makes you infamous, bro. You know what I mean?
Too late, bro. Too late. Even when I was the nicest guy, bro, like, okay,
Nah, like
It's not
check,
too late,
check.
there's nothing-
It's not too. You think about it. It's not too late because you're not that big. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you're not that big yet, bro. So I would say personally, be a chill guy who's calm. If people don't fuck with something that you do, or people let you down and stuff,
It's okay.
bro. It's okay. I mean, we got let down by so many IT niggas that we wanted, to
do
help
the
us
website.
with the website. We struggled, but it's out there now, and it's functioning in its way. You feel me? So it happens.
It's not the
get let
best,
down.
obviously.
We
We know
know
this.
it's not the best, but then we're still starting, and we're gonna make it better as time
Time
progresses.
progresses.
Obviously, because we're starting from zero. It's not like our parents are these
Rich.
rich tycoons or something like that. Because we're starting small. If that was the case, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. Because I wouldn't be working on publishing and doing. I'd be probably somewhere in Monaco, dog, fucking some French bitch. I don't know. You get me? But then my point is, don't keep going on the thing that you're going on. You sound like you're hurt and you just gotta heal, my guy. What I would say is ignore the noise, dog, and focus on your
you.
craft. Because your thing is known and you have 1.5k followers on YouTube.
Exactly.
And you had 700 views
He's actually cooking.
when we viewed the thing. That's what we're saying. I think if you decide to be on some, it's calm, I'm gonna come off this way. People are gonna be on some, he's actually a chill guy.
They're gonna forgive.
And they're gonna be on some, it's calm, bro. Because you're still small, though. You're not, like, how many billion people are there in the world? Only a couple hundred think you're this arrogant bastard or whatever the case. That's why you see, it's not that deep. You can still come out and say with deep.
But
It was never that deep.
But then yet again, it's all up to you.
You
It's
got
up
the
to
end
the end
of
of
the
the
day.
day. You are the one who will say, are we talking garbage or are we talking facts? It's
You know,
on you.
It's on you, bro. But then we're just giving you advice, bro. If you know Vinland Saga, dog, I have no enemies is always the best way to go about life because it's like,
Because we do know, even if people can be on some Mzanzi is garbage, we know we're going to come up with those type of people.
yeah,
And it's
not
okay.
everyone is gonna like what you do.
Yeah.
Not everyone is gonna support you.
It's how
And
it is.
unfortunately, when you're starting from zero, no one is gonna believe in you. No one is gonna really
Yeah,
pay
that's how
attention
it
to you.
is.
That's how it always is. Until you're up there and then they start claiming you as, yeah, he's one of us. We're so proud of him. We're this and this and that. You always struggle in the beginning.
And also, to ask you a question, when you saw my art portfolio, what came to your mind?
What on your Instagram?
Yeah,
The sleazy one.
yeah, that one.
I didn't really look with the eye to like assess skill level. I just wanted to mostly see when you started posting, so I didn't really look at it that in depth. But before I decided to go on the offense, I did have a look at the different product you have, and I was like, I'm actually curious. It didn't come off as this is dopamine, this is another ripoff of JJK type thing. Now I didn't read none of it, but just the general atmosphere surrounding the work, I was like, there might be something here, but I didn't go into it. You see,
in,
but
in that same Nduzana, my art portfolio was not as shiny as it is right now. Just early this year, ne?
Yeah.
Early this year, so that's not how it was. So even though people were like, Tanga, your art, I mean, you could use. I mean, sometimes, I mean, it's all about the I mean. But at the end of the day, I kept pushing, ignored everybody else, and sometimes you have to sit down alone and understand that not everybody's gonna like your stuff, though.
And people will always be
No matter how good you are, there are people who hate One Piece, there are people who hate Attack on Titan, which is full proof that not everybody's gonna like your work, no matter how peak or good
it
you
is,
are.
bro. You'll always have those people. And I'm telling you right now, Hajime Isayama, he was one of the worst artists. People didn't believe in him. They were like, you're good at telling stories, but you're not good at drawing. And they didn't really support him. Similar to you, was he supposed to go on and hate the same people who
And
are
go
now
do videos and stuff.
That's why Social City, he didn't become biased towards Japan. That's on you. You know your reasons why you like that.
yeah,
And-
dog.
What I'm trying to tell you is, dog, let it go.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I get it, man, and I appreciate your advice. But a lot of people watching, they will say that you guys haven't watched enough of this guy, right? You don't know that I also do paid reviews, and I
I
actually
watched them.
you watch some of them. Okay,
Yeah, I did watch.
I'm not, and I never claimed to be a legendary artist or anything like that. I'm just somebody who looked at the standards of manga production, and I'm like, you know what? If we're gonna claim that we're doing manga, I think it's logical sense to produce it how they do it. Torishima, editor of Dragon Ball Z, he wrote a book. I'm going through it. I reference it most of the time as to like even he's been saying what I've been saying. But to your point about my delivery, everybody since day one has always said, bruh, that delivery of yours is what's rubbing people off the wrong way. And I've said before my delivery in this way, nobody was listening, right? It didn't have any impact. There's a multitude of people in this indie space, bruh, who sound like nice, chill people, won't give you milk and cookies, but
They
man,
not.
their words ain't landing and there's no impact. Despite my infamous status, right? There's been
So
significant
you're using
impact.
your way of approaching as like a way to get attention. Is that what you're saying?
It's not that I'm doing on purpose, right? It's genuine, right? I am genuinely an aggressive type of guy, right? For too long that I hold it back and I said, fuck it. I'm just gonna let niggas have it, you see? And if people don't like it, they don't like it. But there's a bunch of people who like it. There's a bunch of people who focus on the words alone. There's a bunch of people who've seen the value, right? When they take into consideration what has been said. So for me, it's like, okay, let everybody deliver the message however they want. Despite those who do hate me, they still flock right back, bro. Always lurking and watching and whatevering, bro. So in the end, for me, I'm okay with being infamous. I've always made it clear that I'm not catering to zombies or trying to make everybody happy. You guys believe in the philosophy of I have no enemies. Well, I'm the exact opposite, right? I believe we need enemies. Having an enemy is what justifies why you wake up early in the morning to sharpen your sword. A human being without an enemy becomes stagnant and he becomes an enemy to himself. You see, that's my philosophy. And it's nice that we have different philosophies. We're having this clash. It creates a stimulating conversation, bruh. My whole brand is the crucible against demoralization. I presented myself as the dude leading the charge to go cut down all the filth we see coming out of Hollywood with the rainbow flag bullshit and all stuff like that. It required somebody like me to yell, to scream, and to say, screw all that weird gay shit, right? We're gonna bring back real masculine type energy and real stories, right? Unbridled devotion to the craft type thing. It required that energy, right? The chilled way of doing things, to me, it was not working because chilled creates a lack of urgency, bruh. I needed people to be up in this and realize that it's a damn emergency. And if y'all ain't gonna wake up immediately and drink this caffeine that I'm offering, Coffee Comics, then you can get the fuck out the way, right? That's how I presented myself. I knew exactly what I was doing. And for those who hated it, they were just too weak, bro. You know, and that's fine. That's fine.
Nah, bro. Now we feel you, dog. But we would say, bro, try to but then it's up to you if you want to listen to.
It is. It's just up to him.
Yeah,
Don't.
we're not gonna press it, but then yeah, man. I think it's been a productive, meet. I'd say we're good with you.
Yeah, I hope we killed the beef. I honestly respect your work, Coffee Comics, and the creators that are under you. I respect them, and also what you call this, the ManaA movement you have. And I would never come up and write shade about it or anything. I genuinely respect your work and how you do it. Hence, you didn't come with force or ourselves saying, oh my God, we just sat down with my boy here. We're like, okay, down. There's another guy, ManaA movement, young wavy, in. We're like, dog, 2 A's, so, and us it's 1 A. I think.
And I was even contemplating, I even told Sleazer, like, should we change the name to not have the whole dispute and stuff? And he was like,
it was too late at that point because we already had contract, they already signed.
It's not that easy, we can't do that.
Okay, let me ask you guys one more thing.
Sure.
Did you go to Comic Con this year? here in
No.
Mzanzi? No.
No, we were busy.
We were very busy
We were
with
busy
the-
trying to establish ourselves with the contracts,
Yeah.
sorting out all those legalities, and amongst other things.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Slingshot? Probably when I mentioned it, but have you ever heard of it?
I think I've heard of it. I think.
Okay. Some people would like to know that how much of the mistakes other indie people in this space have made are you aware of, so that you don't fall into the same rut. Things
What do you
like
mean mistakes?
mistakes such as considering a high view count as any form of real return of investment.
Oh yeah, you spoke about that. I think on the DD Mark video with Manga
Yeah,
Plus.
yeah.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Another thing you gotta remember: we're not really indie necessarily. We're making people not indie. If you get what we're trying to, we're establishing ourselves as Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump is obviously not indie. That's what we're trying to.
Oh,
be.
you're trying to compete with an
Yeah,
institution
that's
like
what
Jump,
we're not
basically.
trying to be indie.
No. We're not trying to compete. We're not trying to compete.
But we're trying to be on the same level.
Yeah, but it's if it comes to the point where we compete, then it is what it
It
is.
is, yeah, but then we're not coming with the angle of indie. Nah. We're trying to make people like be a part of us.
Oh, from Mzanzi,
And
right.
as much as that's the case, we're not gonna now start abusing them, telling them, yeah, nah, you're working on a deadline. Now we're like,
Oh.
we're gonna be that haven where people like as our thing is, it's called, the motto is the home of the unheard. Like we wanna be that. When people start thinking of us, they think of, like that one publishing company that is just like they
and,
nice.
and also we don't force people to only publish it on us.
You
We
feel
can
me?
literally tell the person you can go publish anywhere you want, as long
As
we
it-
have our rights to your work. We
yeah,
good.
and obviously if anything clashes, that's on you.
Yeah, to solve.
On our side though, it's calm, bro, because we don't want to also, because we're considering the fact that we're still developing. We
Yeah.
don't want people to feel
Overlay
guilty.
there.
Now we're confining them and they can't spread their wings. We're telling them, no, you can do whatever you want to do as long as you have everything that you want to do,
And it doesn't affect,
and it doesn't affect
come back to
us, because we're also a league. We're literally going to become a legal entity in the space. So these indie mistakes and stuff don't necessarily apply to us. We're not coming with the angle of we wanna do not. We're not doing that. That is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It is hard to establish yourself as an indie, whatever thing. We're trying to go big or go
because
home.
the indie thingy, a creator can just tell you, dog, I don't wanna work. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You can't force him, bro.
You can't force him to work. You can't.
Dog.
So hence why the indie thing is just, it's not something we would create or something we would push, because we don't have the patience for that.
we tried it, didn't work. You know what I mean?
I get it, but by the definition of indie means independent, meaning you are outside.
We know what independent means. Obviously, we know what it means, bro. But then we feel like it's harder to go independent. It's like who's gonna promote your work for you like crazy? Who's gonna do this and this for you? Who's gonna manage your stuff?
And that's
like,
where I'm confused, bro, because I'm like, okay, if y'all are not partnered with an existing establishment, let's say some sub magazine of Japan or whatnot, that's like their own establishment. You're not partnered up with them, so you're functioning independently of these big establishments. So how are y'all, and you say you don't want to really compete like that, you want to be the voice of the unheard. To somebody like me, it's not a diss. It just sounds like you are opening an orphanage, right? That's what it sounds like.
It's not an orphanage.
No.
You know why we say a home of the unheard?
When you're rejected.
Yeah, our work
like,
has been rejected.
For
so many
example,
times.
let's just make an example. DD Mark, there's a lot of people who look at DD Mark's work on Manga Plus creators, right? And they're looking at him and they're like, he has 14 million views. He's that guy. When you talk about DD Mark and Manga Plus creators, we're talking about him,
Alpha.
according to most people and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then you go on ahead and you post on Manga Plus creators thinking you're gonna be the next DD Mark, and then Manga Plus doesn't even give you a bronze award or anything like. And you see that the work you're giving out here is literally brilliant, bro. Like, we've seen a lot of niggas posting and doing all those things. What we coming from is we were once rejected by Manga Plus like that. You know what I mean? Like, we were sold dreams by that prize money and publication on Manga Plus and Shonen Jump and all those things. Now we don't want people to feel the way we felt. What are we doing now? We're establishing our own publishing company. That's not an orphanage. It's not an orphanage.
Because if it says an orphanage, that means Shonen Jump as well as an orphanage.
So, but basically, we're right. We're trying to compete with Shonen Jump.
Yeah,
That's
there
what
we
we're
go. That's
we're
why I
trying to-
wanted to hear. You got to compete with them.
We're trying to be our the Shonen Jump of South Africa or the world, the next big thing that's gonna be established as it's there. You know what I mean? That's the angle we're coming with. We're coming from the angle of the next Shonen Jump, the next Manga Plus, the next what is this one? It's Tapas, not Tapas. I'm forgetting it. But then you know what I mean? The next DC Comics, Marvel, you name it, like these big thingies where we're open to any and everyone, not just people from Japan or people from South Africa, people from Africa.
We're open to
everyone. And everyone's gonna get equal treatment. If you're good, you get that recognition of you're good, which is why we're saying home of the unheard, because most people have very good creative skills, but it's getting killed because it's like, I'm doing this, but for what reason?
You don't have a specific goal.
You know what I mean? It's like, my goal is Shonen Jump or Manga Plus, but it's hard to go into that peak. They want to be like,
unless you're Japanese.
You know what I mean? They want to be like Jujutsu. They want to be the next Jujutsu Kaisen, the next Gege, the next Naruto, but then they don't have the platform to do that. And with us, we're trying to give them that platform where it's like, yeah, dog, you can go ahead and shine.
And this proves our point. Why? Because I'll tell you, name one Japanese or non-Japanese person who is
in Shonen Jump or Manga Plus.
It was only Rafal Jaki, but he got in there because of connections.
Exactly, and Rafal Jaki is the one that did that no name.
And what did he do? He's the only one who won it.
Exactly, because of connections. We don't want that because it's not something that we believe is okay.
It's not right.
It's not right because you're selling people dreams. Tell us the truth and say, Uti,
nah,
you're not gonna go all the way.
You don't want to make it, and that's what we try to tell a lot of artists when we're recruiting them, and they feel like
we're
attacking them,
or we're trying to just get them under our thing. But we're telling them the truth. What do we see?
Because we tell them that Black Steel was number one. We literally tell them number one in Manga Plus, but guess what?
We haven't won an award.
And
you're supposed to win an award 2 months after. It literally states that 2 months after submission.
They will tell you.
They will tell you if
but
you
nothing.
won or not. And you find some people. I saw this one artist and I saw this other one. Now I'm not judging artists and stuff like that. But then when you look at something, you're like, this guy deserved to be number one, or he deserved an award. Like for example, there's this guy called Shifting Eyes. That guy got a Creators Award for that thing, and he literally outperformed a lot. It's one of the best stuff on Manga Plus Creators, and he got the Creators Award. He deserved at least the silver or a bronze, but he got only the Creators Award. I'm sure he's thinking I'm lucky to even get the Creators Award. We're literally come with the fact that we might not even get any award.
What's crazy is that our main characters are actually black,
and they might even worse. They might say, "Oh, why is he black?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we're not saying Shonen Jump or Manga Plus is some type of way or whatever the case, but we do feel like being more transparent with the people who
idolizes them.
You know what I mean? Because most of the money they get is not from Japan; it's from the world.
The world and Africa,
America. You name these these people. We're the ones that are giving more support because you're trying to tell me 5 million people in Japan who watch anime are giving you that amount of money. No, it's not. It's us. When you count all of us, it is us. When I go to the movies and watch Demon Slayer, it's my money coming out of my pocket going to them. But then they can't even open the doors for people like us who are the reason why they're even up there to begin with.
And they don't care.
And they don't care because why? A lot of us don't see that. We don't see, we sold this facade and dream that you can one day be like gay.
And that's never gonna happen. It's never.
Realistically.
If your skin is not like Japanese skin, forget about it.
Even white people here are affected. It's not a race.
It's not your one.
It's just they like themselves being themselves.
On the Makoni.
You know what I mean? And that's okay. We're not shaming anyone. But then we do feel like a little bit of transparency and reality checks would go a long way. And we're trying to be open and tell people that what you see is what you get. On our shit, we say free creative freedom. We're gonna give them free creative freedom. We say the world and Africa and beyond, meaning We literally have Asians on our staff. We're not gonna say, "Oh, Japanese thingy this." We're
Yeah,
not gonna have
we don't
Japanese.
want you there now.
Nah.
We're gonna accept you with that come because I'm sure you're like, oh, I see a future with these guys.
You know what I mean? And we're not just gonna take artists who are at their peak. No, we're gonna take even the small people and make them
Grow them,
and grow and make. We're gonna like literally open doors for any and everyone. We're gonna literally cater for anyone and everyone where we can and when we can. That's the type of angle we'll come. We wanna bring something that no one has seen before, basically, and we feel like Mzanzi ManaA is the platform for that because it's not been seen before, unless it's being in the making right now and it's about to
By someone else.
and it's about to go global
It's
tomorrow.
okay.
That's okay, but we're still gonna push our crap. We're not gonna stop it.
Well,
Because-
I'll just say this, man. Like I like y'all that you're ambitious, bro. You know, a lot of these Mzanzi dudes out here wearing the bucket hats, just shusaring inyama at the taxi rank, dog. You know Mzanzi dudes, bro. Vele tiyoyoi, dog. So I like the fact that y'all are out here hustling, and I approve of your ambition. And it's nice to
It's
hear.
not about money for us, bro. It's about the creative side. It's about the creative. It's about the creative mind.
Yeah.
Especially with AI taking over the artist side and stuff like that. We don't want that to happen, and it's like we're just letting it happen. Now we want artists to know that there's a safe haven way. I know that
Yeah, with
I
okay,
can-
Shonen Jump does not want to do that now. Okay, I can look back.
and be like, yo, Mzanzi ManaA is there.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's gonna get to a point where people don't look at us as a second option anymore, and they're like, they're my first option. I want to go to them because if we keep going the way we're going, we do believe that we will be successful. We're not gonna stop doing this, bro. It's up to us to stop. Nothing can stop you besides you. That's what you gotta understand. So we're really trying to do something generational here for the masses, bro. And that's just the type of people we are. We've been rejected, we've been let down so many times, and we don't want people to feel that way. We're gonna go as far as we can, not to let down the creators and the artists that are under us. We're gonna really give it our all. And if
Okay.
it's beyond us, then it's beyond us.
Last question. Have you ever heard of Saturday AM?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have.
I know that
And
one.
it's in America.
It has rejected me a lot of times.
You feel me? And they literally say,
diverse, and putting
Yeah.
everybody in, and now you look at it, you're on some.
and the only people they focus on are the only person. It's besides Americans, they only focus on Apple Black by what's his name?
White
again?
Manga.
White Manga. Yeah, that's who they focus on.
Yeah,
Like,
that's their.
that's their face of the thing. That's their one piece, basically, and that's okay. Like, you know, we know everyone has their star player, like how Messi had, how Barcelona had Messi, Real Madrid had Ronaldo. You name it. Haaland has City. Has this guy Haaland. City has Haaland right now. You know, we all have our star boys, but we do believe every player on the pitch deserves a chance to shine because he wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the other things. Because as much as he's good and his thing is being pushed out like that,
He can't carry Saturday.
he can't carry Saturday AM alone, bro. Those people's salaries that work under Saturday AM are not paid by White Manga's work alone. We know that for a fact. The other people are also contributing, and it's like they could have so many more contributions, but they wanna close themselves in, and that's okay. It's for us, it's not a loss. For them, it's not a loss too because we didn't know what we missed out on. You feel me? It's okay. It's not bad blood.
I call things like Saturday and Manga Plus creators a dungeon, bro. Those are just dungeon corporations or organizations where they keep people who have the potential to be great, keep them in that dungeon to work themselves to death, burning themselves out. I mean, just look at Didi Mark. He's also an example. He worked hard on that Manga Plus creators, kept on winning bronze. All those millions of views are inflated numbers. Now he's in Dark Horse, and Dark Horse ain't even promoting his stuff.
Companies that I wanted to mention, yeah, Dark Horse. Yeah, what about Dark Horse?
It's not promoting his stuff. It's not promoting any manga artists published outside of Japan. They mostly focus on the licensed work. So a lot of these publishers really are screwing people over.
Exactly, and we don't want to do that. We're exactly against that. Like, everyone is gonna get fair amounts of
But
love.
Incan always, the thing is here, you don't know the agreements between them and their company.
yeah, of course, because contracts are signed, And
But-
maybe they told him, we're not gonna promote you as much.
Nah.
You're gonna be a rotational.
Besides, like, say take White Manga for example. You don't know what they're offering him for him to stay there. Because if he's still staying, that means
Maybe he's happy.
He's getting paid nicely. You get what I'm trying to say? And with him, they just keep him in there. If White Manga just decided to stop working, what are they gonna do? Kill him?
He can't stop because he is co-founder, and that, bro, I just removed those videos, but I have all the evidence that the guy is on a flipping chain. He's on a leash, right? So there's nothing he can do, even if he
And
wanted
that's
to
on
do.
him.
That's on him, bro.
Yeah, it's
But
on
the
him.
thing Is we're not gonna do that to creators. We're not. I'm swearing on my life.
A creator can quit when they want to.
If you don't want to do your thing, bro, it's okay.
Yeah,
like
just tell them, I want to terminate the contract.
And then you tell us 30 days before, and then it's like, okay, bro, it's cool. You know, you can keep your thing. And even with the way we structured our thing, we're very kind, you know, even with the contract.
We're very generous.
You know, when you read the contract, you're going to be on some, wow, these guys are actually kind. And we're not doing this just because we're small and we're starting and stuff. Honestly speaking, bro, as much as, you know, the creators need us and we need the creators, we do feel like a person is free to do whatever that they wish to do. We can't force you because you have free will on the world. When you were born with freedom. You were born with free will, bro. You were born to do whatever that it is that you want to do. And we're not going to confine people or do anything of the sort. So we do feel like, these other big corporations are just money grabbers, essentially.
They are.
You know what I mean? We're not in it for the money. We're in it for the art, bro. Like, I love reading a good story. Like, I read Vagabond and it's like, wow. I read Berserk and it's like, wow. You know, you name them, bro. It's like, wow. So that's what we want to have. We want to have people look at the work in Mzanzi Man and say,
And also have that hope which I can go big if I publish in Mzanzi
man, and chances are you will go big. You know,
if we do promote your work.
because if you're that good, you're obviously gonna go big. And if you're not that good, we'll try our best to make you that good. And obviously,
Show you the way.
people have different levels of potential. Someone is more talented than the other one, and someone else is more profound than another. Like, we're not the same, obviously, and we're gonna shine in different ways.
No, we understand.
But we're not gonna make you feel like, okay, they're only paying attention to this guy because he's the biggest
'cause he's
money
the biggest
maker,
money,
or we're not doing that, bro. Like, we know how it feels to be used. We know how it feels to be used as like a little filler or whatever the case. It is not nice. A lot of people on Manga Plus creators are in that little zone and circle where they're catering for something that's not gonna give them a big return on investment.
And they don't want to understand
And
that.
by the time they're older and they feel like they wasted time, they're gonna hate themselves and they're gonna be hateful and say, fuck art, fuck manga, fuck this, fuck that. And we don't want that. We want people to think about manga and think, shit, I wanna be a manga artist, I wanna be a ManaA artist, I wanna be this artist, that's what we're trying to do. So yeah, we're trying to go for the hit. We're trying to compete with Shonen Jump and Manga Plus, bro. God forbid we die before we can do that. And we hopefully get to that point in the next 5 years. We'll
Okay.
see.
Nah, that's all good, man. Are you gonna start a YouTube channel?
Yeah, we're obviously gonna start up all our socials and get them up and running and have everything good and stuff. But then we're gonna go step by step. Right now we're trying to prioritize getting our magazine out there, establishing ourselves more and more. When people talk about Mzanzi Mana, they should talk about, you know, what it offers us. We're trying to first really cement ourselves before we focus on branding and marketing, like all over the world and all those things. So right now, we're trying to really establish ourselves and cement ourselves further than we've done now. So yeah, man, that's what we're trying to come with you. You get me?
Okay. Nah, it's a cool vision. Y'all have your path, your philosophy. Have no enemies. It's cool.
Yeah.
I understand. I have enemies, bro. And I will fight against them.
Maybe our philosophy will change once we're big in the game and we're like, you never know. But without that, bro, you and I got each other, dog. So anytime someone goes some type of way, we'll be like, nah, bro, it's calm, bro. Maybe you also need that one guy to, like, you know, partner up with someone who's clean and be on some. Maybe, dog, this is not the best thing to do right now. Maybe, because imagine this: what if we were investors and you came and you swore at us and we were gonna give you some loads of money on some, you know, dog, ManaA, we know someone we can hook you up with R1,000,000 to get your stuff running. You never know. That's what we're saying. Try not to be as.
And here's a question for you. Man. You say you have enemies. Do you call them your enemies?
Do I call them my enemies?
Uh-huh.
Well, they.
Like they are your enemies and so like, nah, I hate those niggas or I hate those people. Or is it that like one-sided on some they feel like I'm their enemy?
Oh, well, those who have come against me are my enemy. Those who share 50% of that hunchback mindset are my enemy because they are the type who'd stab you in the back the moment you say something they don't like. I've had that happen many times. Somebody in my close circle, bro, admit to me that, hey man, I'm somewhat of a half zombie, but I like you anyway. Until I said something they didn't agree with, stab me in the back, right?
Yeah, because
So, yeah.
this question is like, yeah, this question is also like, if I hate you, do you hate me back?
If you hate me and take the actions of somebody who truly hates, I am gonna hate you back because it's like you tried to stab me, so I must always defend myself. I must be on the watch, right?
Thing is for us, if you hate us, we won't hate you back if there's no need to.
If you're not worth it.
If you're not worth the hating, we're not gonna hate you. If you're not worth the argument, we're not gonna attend to you. You understand? So it's the same as the video you did. I took it as a threat, not a threat of, oh damn, bro is against us now. It's a threat of how you visually show us within the public's eye. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, you made us look like we're these niggas who are thieves, bro.
That's what it looked like, bro. I mean, I get it now, but you understand where I'm coming from too. You know how it is, dog.
100%. I get you. Sleazy gets you. Like we get you. I mean, the name it's similar, 1A and stuff like that.
You see,
but then, bro, the way you made us look was. Imagine if you were well known, we would have been fucked.
And then everything would have been redeemed after this conversation, which it will be, dog. That's why it may seem like I burned bridges and whatnot, but actually, not really, bruh. Y'all can see that, nah, this nigga's actually cool. I am cool. It's just these people want me to be cool all the time. When I'm in work mode, when I'm leading the charge against demoralization, I can't be shaking people's hands, bro. I'm cutting people's hands. You see? This is what needs to happen.
No, bro, like, be a chill. Nah, trust me, sometimes being a chill guy who observes lets you attack and deal with the situation.
Yeah, there's more pros. There's more pros than cons
when you sit and observe and then assess the situation.
Yeah, because if somebody's gonna be on some, Koffee Comics is bullshit, and then now you wanna go make a YouTube video saying this guy called my thing bullshit. I hate you.
And by the way, when I said I hate you, I wasn't talking about you guys in particular. I was talking about the mindset.
Like the mindset.
Yeah.
We understood that one. It's on some as I was saying, you ask yourself on some, is it really necessary to respond to this person? You know what I'm saying? Because from the art space and the art creativity you're in, you could say you are better known than us because you've been there, you understand?
Yeah.
So if a nobody comes and say, yeah, Koffee Comics is garbage, okay, do you have to respond to him?
You can't be rubbed by everything everyone does. If someone touches, like, you can't be. Not every shove is worth a retaliation. Like, some people will do it just to taunt you.
Yeah, they'll do it just to troll you,
and we feel like
they want the attention that, oh, he's gonna record me now in his video and he's gonna make me know.
And
wow.
I agree. See, if I just wanted attention and just like am bored, I would have never opened the door for y'all to come through. I've had a guy, I don't know if you guys know, you probably don't, Ethan Van Sciver. This guy's the biggest indie comic book dude in the whole of YouTube. He made a video against me where I was quote unquote dissing this one woman about her delusional beliefs of how to produce comics. He did not address any of my arguments. He was trying to find out if I'm black, if I'm Asian, why do I sound weird, why do I sound angry, why am I hurting her feelings? And I did not really do a public response to him because I knew that he doesn't care. He's legit doing things for chaos sake. He doesn't want a conversation. I don't do things for chaos sake. I
That's
open
how
the
it
door.
looked like to us, though. It looked like you were just trying to.
Until I said, yo, y'all can come through and we can squash this. You see?
Yeah.
If I never said that, then best believe it's just for the sake of chaos. But now look at this. Now we were sipping tea and cookies right here, chilling, right? Squashing this beef, and we good. It's all good, right? So all these haters still who be like, Koffee's a monster and whatnot. It's like, no, I'm not. Y'all just heard me sound like a monster. And you didn't want to give me a chance to speak one-on-one when I gave you a chance to come in here so we can speak one-on-one. So what am I supposed to do, bro? You can't make people happy. Whether you're nice or not, people won't hate you anyway, right? So I decided that, you know what? Let me be the monster that they think I am. It's fine. Those who rock with me will continue to rock with me. It's cool. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is, bro.
No, we feel you, man. But then I'd say it's all good, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
between us and then there's other than attitudes and everything. Yeah, but then I hope that between Mzanzi, ManaA and Koffee Comics and whatever organization Koffee Comics is with, we're good. There's no bad blood now.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Y'all, good luck with your stuff. When your YouTube channel pops up, if you want me to jump in there and yell at niggas, you let me know. You know.
No problem.
Nah, bro. We'll even give you a follow, bro. You know, you're a I'll follow you on Instagram as well. You know,
Alright, likewise, man. Likewise. Let me end the recording. Okay, people, beef squashed. Now, y'all, if you're still on the fence, no, he's evil, but you're still watching an evil guy. Make it make sense. That's it for now. Y'all can follow Mzanzi ManaA, I guess. Link in the description box. That's it.